this Thanksgiving might be my cranberry gelatin mold. It's simple, quick. You can do it a day ahead, 2 days ahead, and then unmold it just before you're ready. I have a package of fresh cranberries. It's a 12-ounce package of Ocean Spray fresh cranberries. I've washed and rinsed and picked through them to make sure that there were no bad ones in there, and I've drained them. We're going to cook those before we start our gelatin. So we need 1 cup of water, and to that we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Stir that through. Turn on our heat to medium. And once the sugar has melted, we're going to add the cranberries to the pot. It's come to a boil. Now I'm going to add the cranberries. Stir that through. And bring that to a boil again. Once that comes to a boil, reduce your heat and cook gently and keep stirring, not occasionally, every once in a while. And how you know that the cranberries are cooked, they will start popping and opening up, and the water and the sugar water will start to thicken, and that tells you that your cranberries are cooked. So let that go. The cranberries have cooked for 10 minutes, and as you can see, they're soft, they've opened up, and the liquid is starting to thicken up a little bit. I'm going to set this aside and let this cool down at room temperature. You really want this cool before we add it to our gelatin. Use sugar-free gelatin, Jell-o. And the one I'm using is black cherry. You can use it at any flavoring you like. They even have a cranberry flavoring. I haven't tried that yet. I think that's new. But I'm doing black cherry, and they have raspberry. So you pick whichever flavor you like. So let's start with the Jell-o. I have the 2 packages in my bowl, and we need to add 2 cups of hot water to dissolve the gelatin. And once that is dissolved, we're going to add 1 cup of water, cold water. So that just takes a minute or so to dissolve. The reason it's 1 cup of water, a cold water, rather than 2 cups is because there's quite a bit of liquid from the cooked cranberries, which we're going to add now to our gelatin. Here we go. In goes the cooked cranberries. And we're going to stir that through. I'm going to add 1 cup of chopped walnuts and mandarin oranges. This is from a small can of mandarin oranges, and which I've drained. Put that in there. Mix that through. Now we're ready to pour this into our mold. I'm going to use a tube pan for my mold because I want the hole in the middle of this gelatin set up, and you'll see why once this is set up and we're ready to serve it. So let's go ahead and pour this in. Oh, that was a nice mess. Well, hey, I'm in the kitchen alone. No one. Now we'll put it in the refrigerator and it'll set overnight, and it'll be ready to be unmolded tomorrow. Hi, we're about ready now to unmold our gelatin mold, our cranberry gelatin mold. It's set up for 24 hours and it's ready to be unmolded. But I'm going to make a topping for it that you serve along with the gelatin mold. That was why I wanted the hole in the middle. Remember when I was pouring that into the mold? I'm using Philadelphia cream cheese, and it's been sitting out at room temperature, so it's nice and soft. And all I'm going to do is add a little bit of milk to this. I'm going to start with a tiny bit, and I'm going to start whipping this up until it's at a soft stage where you can pour it over, spoon it over the gelatin. And I'm going to add some more milk and continue beating. Liquid stage so that you can pour it, spoon it over the gelatin. Still not about enough milk, so I'm going to add some milk. That's about it. And as you can see, that's an easy pouring stage. You could add more milk if you want, but I think that's perfect right now. Okay? So let that sit, and let's get our gelatin mold out of the... Okay, I'm going to take my spatula and go around the mold, just break it away from the edges. If you're having difficulty doing that, you can just set this in your sink in a little bit of hot water. Put some hot water in your sink and then but not too long, it'll melt it. Okay, put that around there. Take your serving dish that you're going to serve it on top of your mold, and invert. And there you go. And I'm a little off-centered. Well, let's see if I can, I don't think I could fool with moving that. No, I'm not going to take a chance. I could put some fruit and some greenery over here. That'll fill that up. Now, I'm going to take a little serving dish, which I wrapped with some saran wrap, some plastic wrap around the edge. Put that in the center. And then put your cream cheese topping on that. And there we go. And that'll be ready to serve. Cranberry jelly.